Yeah, it sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. So, I don't know, but it's BuzzFeed News too. So again, I mean, it could all be fucking bullshit. I just thought that was a funny article that was coming out. Tucker's going to be a chief of staff eventually. Nah, he's not. He don't want that, man. He fucking guy's got so much money. He doesn't give a fuck. I don't really think he gives a fuck. All right. Let me see some Streamlabs here and we can move on. Luckily, no more war talk, at least for right now. But again, that could change at any moment. So let's try to have some fun before that does happen. Jason Smith, or if it happens. Jason Smith, $5. Last time I was this early, MJ was black. Okay, well, I mean, so like the 80s? Right. We talked about it, but we never got to play some of it. Patricia Arquette.
God damn, remember when she was
She was never hot. Don't say she
True
was hot.
Romance, she could get it.
No, she couldn't. Snaggletooth bitch.
You wouldn't have fucked her in True Romance?
Nope. I bet I never liked her. Maybe you would. You could fuck her if you
want.
want.
Literally only True Romance. Like, literally everything after that, no thanks.
Never did it for me.
All right, fair enough.
I saw her brother.
That's okay. That's a fair answer. At least there's some reasoning there.
Yeah.
Did you see her brother holding the WCW belt going, yeah?
No, because then I would have fucked her.
With this pimp hat?
No, because then I would have fucked her. This is her on Extra, one of these other entertainment shows.
Like, I'd rather fuck Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah, seriously. Do yoga with him. This is her after the Golden Globes.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like an award show unless you win an award.
Oh my gosh, that's wild.
What? Did she get some like horrible fake tits at some point?
She looks like Stifler's mom.
No, Stifler's mom could have probably gotten it at one point. You're right.
I mean, it's not that often that I win awards. I did win last year, but
it feels like the last few years it has been you.
Did she cut her own hair?
I mean, that or Lloyd Christmas.
Only you, and you're like you are killing it.
Aw, thanks so much.
And I love when you win because I love your speeches and I love what you stand for.
Aw, thanks.
What does this one mean to you?
This blows my mind. I mean, because I won last year too, I thought there's no way I'll never win again that soon. It's just an incredible honor.
What's she on? Because she's definitely not sober in this, right? We would all agree on that.
I'm leaning towards, if I were to guess, I'm leaning towards some kind of either opiates or benzos.
Okay.
It's a very kind of thing,
Also, all my fellow nominees gave spectacular performances, so I thought it was a super long shot. So
I think this award show is really incredible, in particular because.
And I want to, just so you guys know, this isn't like somebody recorded this off their phone. This is from Extra. The audio quality on this, and look, their mic is fucking terrible.
There are so many heavyweights. I mean, this is the best.
Well, she's a heavyweight.
Every category comes up, and you're like,
I know. It could go anyway.
So what did she win for again? Best Stevie Nicks impersonator?
No, I really don't know what she won for. I didn't watch the whole Golden Globes. I just watched the Ricky Gervais stuff.
Has it felt like is there a particular vibe or energy in the room this year, given the gravity and the star power that is here?
I think being
what gravity? The one that she's making with her humongous boobs?
Yeah, I was going to say the gravity that dress is defying.
Yeah, seriously.
That fucking dress that's probably made of Kevlar and fucking some kind of space age materials.
Nominated kind of colors your experience because you're always, like, I felt like my neck was being squeezed the whole time.
So that made her come, obviously.
There's something awkward about it.
I thought Harvey Weinstein was behind me, and then I realized it's not 30 years ago.
So, sort of like, how is this going?
That's the thing. Now that Harvey Weinstein's not around, a lot of ugly women are going to start winning these. That's right. Yeah, I mean, hey, say what you want. He kept the pretty factor up.
Women who actually did some good acting in a movie are going to win awards.
Yeah,
this is a weird world we're living in.
Black people still aren't, though.
Oh, well,
I can't really tell.
What are you talking about? BET Awards, Source Awards.
I meant awards. I was going to say awards.
Vibe Awards.
Awards that matter.
Well, but they get awards.
What do you think of Ricky Gervais? He obviously gives zeros, but what did you think of his opening monologue?
Well, I thought it was funny. He told people not to be political, but he was political. So then I just said, no mansplaining.
How was he political? How is Ricky Gervais's thing political?
I don't know, because all his jokes weren't politics. It was Epstein stuff. It was Weinstein stuff. But that's what I'm saying. There's no politics. That was just like
things that happened.
Yeah. So I don't.
Forget it. We do what we want to do. Yeah, I don't know. I thought there were some really beautiful moments, like Tom Hanks when he started crying about his family, got choked up about his family, and Ellen when she won, and Kate when she introduced her.
What the fuck did Ellen win for?
She won Best State Department spokesperson.
And also Michelle.
Somebody says, yeah, Royce, because black people don't get enough recognition these days. That's not what I'm saying. Of course they do. My point is the Hollywood foreign press doesn't give a shit about black people.
Speech, and there was some really great moments.
Yeah, it's so true. It does feel like there's something special about tonight, for sure. And obviously winning has got to be the highlight.
And also everyone talking about these fires. It's a very serious thing.
It's fires.
She sounds like a barfly.
Yeah.
You know, just like one of those barflies that you see. You're like, ugh.
She sounds but specifically at a cougar bar at Thirsty Thursdays.
Like,
you know,
like her tongue is just stained red.
Yeah.
From all the fucking wines. Good. Can I get another malt blanc or Pinot Noir?
Hitting on 25-year-old dudes.
Exactly.
That's what she sounds like. Yeah. Someone says she has Klonopin eyes.
Yeah, it means a lot. I just landed from Australia, and so it means.
She looks like one of those old ladies that's taking a 25-year-old to go fuck back at her condo in the Villages.
It looks like her and Jordan Peterson have the same doctor.
No, you can come. You can stay the night. I live on a golf course, and the guy's like, "What the fuck is golf?"
Yeah, what is that?
I have no idea.
We can't do this.
Do you have an Xbox? Yeah.
My kids do.
Come here and have everybody paying attention to it means a lot. And I think what Joaquin just said too is really important, right? Like it's one thing to talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, sure. The guy who lost 50 pounds for a role, and I'm reading articles that he wanted to do his own hair and makeup, and they wouldn't let him because it was fucking up the continuity. Apparently, people were like, "No, we need continuity," and he was really mad because he lost all the weight, so he was really cranky too. And I liked the Joker. I think the Joker was a fucking great movie. But then Joaquin went out there and goes, and I'm glad we had vegan meals because you saw his speech? Because I'm glad we had vegan meals because, you know, farming of animals is part of the reason that the climate. And I'm like, shut up.
Oh my God, shut up.
Put words into action.
Yeah,
make
yeah.
changes.
Yeah.
As somebody who's been at the forefront of change and talking about, you know, women's rights and everything, do you feel like change is being made? Do you feel?
But this is funny because it's kind of like what Ricky Gervais said. You know, he really kind of boiled it down. There's a reason these people think that what they say matters, and a lot of it's their own egotistical, because it's hard to be an actor without being an egotistical fucking just narcissist, right? Mm-hmm. But a lot of the reason that these people are to blame are people like her on Extra, are the people like Mario Lopez on
they gas them up, and
they make these. There's an industry, TMZ. There's an industry built around these people that make them feel like they matter. They're in a bubble, right? They're in this bubble where the only things they interact with every day are like, oh my God, you've done so much for women being abused. And when you find out what did they do, they gave $5,000 once, and you're like, so you haven't actually really done anything, right? Like, well, yeah. You haven't. They're not running shelters, you know.
Well, even
they're not letting abused women live in their mansions.
Not only that, but like you said, women like this are going, and I think it's just so important.
But it's
what
not.
You do is so important.
None of this is important. None of this is important. Look, and I like movies, and I'm still going to watch movies, right? And there's some shows I'm going to watch. I'm not saying I'm not going to. But it's not important. Like, you guys don't, outside of your job, you don't matter, you know? Mm-hmm. You don't matter. The fucking plane load of American firefighters that landed in Australia, those people matter. Like, they're doing shit to, like, volunteer to, like, dude, I'm going to go help. What are you doing?
By the way, those guys did you see that video? They look like the most stereotypical American firefighters.
Dude, I know. The beard.
Yeah. Guts, beard, like dip in their mouth.
Let's do this.
Oh, let's do it, man. Let's just run right into fires.
Go.
They're fucking psychos, man. I love firefighters.
You're making movies pretending to be somebody else and talking about something 5 minutes at a clip at an award show when there's actually people out there that are doing real shit. You don't matter. And part of the reasons is extra. Even TMZ. TMZ used to be in my lifetime has absolutely changed what they used to be to what they were. TMZ used to be actually funny to watch because they'd ambush these people. They'd be like, hey, bro, what about the thing you did that, what about that kid you have that no one knows about? But now even TMZ's turned into like fluff pieces. And
oh, yeah. It's always them going up to Steve-O and going like, hey, so, Bam's been struggling lately. Yeah. Like, what do you think about that?
Dude, I just think he's got to, find some good counseling, dude, and, get clean because we love him. We love him, and
it's all these fluffy, hey, what do you think about the wildfires out there in Australia?
Dude, it's such a tragedy, man. It's so crazy. I just think we need to stop eating meat and let all these immigrants come in to our country and overpopulate with people who don't even know what a condom is, dude.
You're like, what is this propaganda bullshit?
The self-importance that these people have is fucking mind-blowing. The fact that they think that any of these little speeches make a difference in anybody's life. The fact that the woman that went up there and said because she had an abortion, she was allowed to win a golden idol, tells you more about the mindset of what people think being a hero is.
And that's why I'd rather deal with right-wingers or libertarians, because they're at least you go up to them and go, hey, what's your opinion on the wildfires and over-processing of meat products? Look, man, I don't fucking care. Just get off my property.
Yeah.
I'll leave you alone. Just leave me the fuck alone, man. You're like, okay, fair enough. I have more respect for people that are like, fuck do I know about animal farming? Just leave me the fuck alone, man. You're like, all right, fair enough. These people are like, no, I've decided for all of us that we need to really highlight what's going on in Sudan. And you're like, what? Fuck out of here, you pilled out broad. Get the fuck out of here.
Progress.
I definitely feel like this.
And that's the other thing. They're all on fucking drugs.
All of them.
You know what I mean? Imagine if your whole life was just eating fistfuls of pills and telling everyone else how to live their lives. I just think it's a tragedy that you don't care about the animals, Royce.
Yeah, Mike takes fistfuls of pills, but he doesn't tell you how to live your life.
Exactly.
He lets you live it however you want.
I'll let you do your thing.
Right.
You take your pills. I'll take my pills.
Everyone take their pills.
Everyone take pills. Also, does anyone have any pills?
It's broken open, whether people are liking it or not. Look, we're on the brink of passing the Equal Rights Amendment, ratifying it in the 38th state.
What?
She's fucking...
Sorry.
She's gone,
what,
dude.
Equal Rights Amendment, ratifying it in the 38th state?
It's almost...
I'm sorry, can somebody explain what she's talking about? Because I don't speak Hollywood junkie.
She's talking like... If I were just teleported out of this room right now and I appeared in 1842 and I had a powdered wig on and I was in the Senate and they were like, and to the senator from Florida, what do you have to say? I think it's great that we're ratifying equal rights in the 38th state. Help me out here. Can I see your paper? What does your paper say? It seems like she just zoned out and came back in and was like, yeah, the equal rights bill ratifying 38th state. I think I'm going to throw up.
Somebody said we lost 12 states?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Equal Rights Act was passed in 1963. What the fuck is she talking about?
She's babbling is what she's doing. She's fucking babbling.
And the other reason that because we hit on the Extra and we hit on Extra and Entertainment Tonight and all these people that do this stuff, but the other reason that these people feel so entitled about their opinions is politicians, because politicians want money from these people. The Elizabeth Warrens, Bernie Sanders, all of them, they want money from these people, right? So they give them a voice.
It's a whole
they let them sit behind the new Supreme Court justice during the thing, and we're holding a sign. They allow these things to happen. they're giving them this thing where they think they matter. It's artificial, you know. It's like, you know, your dad, right? You play basketball, you play one-on-one with your dad, and for when you're a kid, he would let you win. But when you got old enough, he's gonna fucking swat that ball out of your hand. You're gonna learn. You're not gonna win all the time. You gotta fucking try. You gotta learn how to play. You know, and these people never really learned how to play. They've never been surrounded by people that go, "You fucking idiot."
Yeah, there's no critical. There's
Are you a moron?
literally no pushback.
Yeah.
I've never experienced just plain old pushback, and that's like any normal human being has had that. Like, you know, if you just started babbling about equal right 38th state ratification, like there'd be plenty of people going, "The fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you doing right now?"
There are changes happening. There's been some rollbacks also as far as equal pay and all of that. The states in America that have the biggest pay discrepancy, there's no pending legislation to change that.
Because it is okay. You know what? Why am I arguing with a fucking post? Like, seriously, this is like me yelling at a tree. It doesn't really matter. I'm not even going to counter what you're saying. You're stupid. You make more money than 50 men put together. Than the 50 no, more than that. Than 100 men that are mechanics put together. And you're going to sit here, "Oh, equal pay." You don't get to fucking talk to people like that. You don't. You've never... You're an Arquette. By the way, out of all the people, because we're not even talking about somebody that was born into it and worked their way up a bit. You're an Arquette.
Yeah, this was handed to you.
This was given to you. You've never, ever even worked for what you have. Because there's at least some fucking people... I was telling you before the show, but there's at least some people that, you know, didn't become actors until... Morgan Freeman is a good example. He didn't become an actor until he was in his 40s. Late 40s, right? So he had every fucking regular job. He was a busboy. And that's somebody that was like, oh, you know, okay, that guy actually lived a normal life.
Imagine thinking back and remembering that Morgan Freeman was like your doorman in your lobby of your building.
Yeah. So these are people that... Here's another example. Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt's another great example. Chris Pratt lived in his van. Literally lived in his van for like 5 years.
Or honestly, even just keep it in the Arquette family. Look at her brother.
Yeah.
He's a fucking nut. He doesn't have to be doing death matches right now. Like he's doing like crazy death match wrestling.
Good matches, by the way.
But like, not like he's doing it at these small indie shows, and people are like, "Why are you doing this?" And he's like, "I feel like I felt guilty about the whole championship thing. I wanted to go back and pay my dues." Like, that's a man's instinct to do that. Like, women don't possess that instinct. They're like, "I want everything to be equal because I deserve it too."
But he got to fuck Courtney Cox when she was at her peak.
Yeah, look, I'm saying David Arquette.
No, I'm saying good for him.
David Arquette has some legitimate lucky survivor's guilt, where he's like, "Man, I've had a really lucky run just because of who I was born into. I'm gonna go get smashed in the face with light tubes." You know what I mean? Like, I gotta respect that.
So some things I think are positive. I think we're having conversations that have been thousands of years in the making.
Thousands of years in the making?
Thousands of years ago.
Way before Sigourney Weaver.
This, like, again... You would
Ricky Gervais didn't get famous till he was 40. Yeah, there's some people that didn't get, and you could actually tell, like you could notice, like Morgan Freeman's the one that has that famous clip where he let Don Lemon have it, which not in the way Don Lemon wanted, but he let Don Lemon have it. Remember when Don Lemon's like, "What do you think about black people and, you know, being held down?" And he goes, "What are you talking about? We're examples that's not true. Us sitting here as an example, like." You could tell that versus people that have Michelle Abortion. What's her name? The abortion chick, the one that did the abortion speech.
Oh, Michelle Williams.
Fucking Michelle Kills a Baby Williams got into acting when she was 16 years old. Like she never ever struggled. Like, she just immediately went into something and never had a problem. Never lived a life that ever even. And look, I'm not even talking about people that might have been born into even middle-class families. I'm not saying that every actor needed to be broke on the street playing a saxophone for with a little cup in front of him. But even a normal life where you have to have a job, go and get in your car and go to work, and this is my job, and I have bills to pay. You know, I'm not even saying even being born into a family that makes some money. I'm talking about literally never struggled, never did anything, and then coming in here and trying to tell everybody else this is wrong and that's wrong. Fuck you. All right? Fuck you. You don't get to sit here and talk about, oh my God, how bad the homeless population is. You know where I don't fucking see homeless people? Beverly fucking Hills. They're not sitting in front of their homes.
No, they scrape
right?
them down the street.
They hose them down the hill, and they're at the bottom with all the fucking plebs.
Look at
I know see Patricia Arquette working a fucking soup kitchen.
Lena Dunham, same thing. She was born into a fucking New York art family with money. Like, it's just all these people have these connections, and they all live in a certain little gated community, and then they want to tell you how to live your life. It's gross.
Amy Schumer, who's literally the niece of a senator, like, you don't get to sit here. And this is the kind of stuff that should enrage everybody. Whether you're a lefty, it doesn't really matter. Anybody that does this, like talking down to you, is even if you, this is my thing, even if you agree with what they're saying, right? Because my point of view wouldn't change even if she was agreeing with what I was saying, you know? I get it, but you're not the one to fucking be telling us this shit, you know? And this dumb bitch here saying, oh, I just flew in from Australia. Why aren't you staying there? Why aren't you fucking saving koalas, you dumb bitch? Why aren't you doing that?
And it gives us the opportunity to have a more respectful mutual relationship with men and women, and hopefully will evolve.
Look at what she's wearing. Talking about a respectful mutual relationship between men and women.
Big old fat tits or old tits pushed up.
This is an industry that was built on sucking Jewish director dick. And you're now going to fucking tell me a mutual respect? No. Hollywood is a business that is less respectful than prostitution. All right? It's less respectful.
Prostitution, you just suck the dick and you get in and out. You get your money. It's done. Done deal.
Here you have to keep fucking these producers to be soda jerk number 2 in a Tom Hanks film. So don't fucking sit into the most disgusting industry that has been corrupted since it started. Doesn't get to fucking sit here and tell other people about respect between men and women. What respect between men and women? Are you serious? If George Clooney wasn't attractive as he was, he'd be known as a serial rapist. And that's something that people think about it. That's something that people don't want to talk about.
Makes me so mad he got to fuck Stacy Keibler.
Yeah, at her peak, too.
At her fucking peak.
Yeah.
And have a really incredible new kind of relationship. So I'm hopeful.
Appreciate that. Let us pray. Congratulations.
Thank
Go
you.
enjoy your...
Pray to whom?
Moloch.
Pray to whom?
Moloch.
The fucking people that are sitting here and cheering on an abortion speech is a reason why you won a Golden Globe. You don't get to invoke prayer or religion. Like, it's the other thing. You don't get to invoke that. Let us pray. To what? Do you think God is up there saying, oh, these poor Hollywood actors have it so bad?
No, the Bible specifically states the exact opposite of that, actually. The exact opposite of that.
It really is.
We just have to pray to our golden child sacrificing owl god.
These fucking people, man. All right, let me see if there's any Streamlabs donations. I didn't realize we were gonna go that long on that, but that actually made me a little more angry than I expected.